Yo, what is up guys? Today I'm coming at you with another video. This one is about every single NBA City jersey was leaked yesterday. It looks like I'm looking at an article from sportslogos.net. It does also look like the one who officially leaked it was Basketball Jersey Archive. So I'll link both of those down in the description, but I like the Sports Logos article a little bit more because it has both the front and the back for all of the jerseys. But anyway, it looks like these won't be officially revealed until November 2nd, what the description says. However, we're going to go over every single one of them, and I've already looked at a few of them, so if I have, I'll tell you about it, but if they were leaked before and stuff like that. So right here, this is, I believe, 27 out of the 30 that have been leaked, and one overwhelming theme with every single one of these jerseys is the fact that they are mainly black. Now, I don't know if Nike decided they wanted to make this year the Black City Jersey year. There's a lot of teams that haven't done it, but like most of them are black at this point. And I did state before that every team should have a black jersey in the rotation, but I didn't mean it like this because a lot of them aren't amazing. But we're going to go through each individual one and we'll talk about it. All right, so the first one, like I mentioned before, this one's the Atlanta Hawks. It's black, it's got light blue and stuff like that. This one is decent. I like this one more than a lot of the other ones. However, I do think it is pretty boring. I like the ATL on the front. I like how it kind of goes up. Yeah, it's pretty boring. I do like the color of the number as well. Down below, we got the Boston Celtics. We had this one leak in the last week. I never made a video on it, but this one leaked. It's got the parquet flooring down the side, or the hardwood flooring down the side, which it looks like it's a reference to the Basketball Hall of Fame, which is pretty interesting, honestly. And I do notice it is cream, or like at least off-white, which I will get into in a minute. Continuing on, we have the Nets jersey, which we've talked about before. This one was leaked last year. It's a cause design pretty much. This one, it's kind of mid, but it's all right. I mean, going with like the cause design, it's okay, but I have seen a couple videos where people are like, this is an NBA team, not like a child's rec league team, and that's what this gives off. But I don't hate it that much. I think it's decent, but I still think it's kind of weird. The Charlotte Hornets, this one I'm very disappointed by. It is the it has the mint and gold colorway from the previous city jerseys, and it adds in a little bit of teal. Well, it doesn't add in a little bit of teal. The teal is the main color, with mint and gold being the siding and stuff like that. This one is just a clash of colors in my opinion. That teal and mint do not go together at all. It does return like the Buzz City on the front, which I think is pretty cool, but not a good jersey, not the best. Continuing on, we got the Chicago Bulls, which has leaked in the past. Madhouse on Madison. It features a vertical Chicago word mark, which is reminiscent of the marquee and font used in the facade of the Chicago Stadium, which is interesting. I don't love it. I don't think it's great. I was also incorrect. I thought it was about the Chicago Theater, but it looks like it's the Madhouse on Madison. But not amazing. It's very boring. Just black with red stripes down the side and one white word mark and the number on the side. Cleveland. Now this one's actually pretty interesting comparison to the rest. It's got armholes and shorts that are inspired by the carpet at Connor Palace, also known as the Palace Theater. I'm not going to click on any links or anything because I don't want to get my screen messed up, but interesting. I think that one's decent. I like the side, like I really like those armholes. I think that those reminiscent of like those old Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys, you know, just having design there makes it so it pops a little bit more. The word mark's all right, and the numbers, I don't know why they're skewed a little bit, but it's fine. You got the number under the name on this one. I mean, the name under the number on this one. Interesting. Is pretty boring though. Just a dark red jersey, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see the shorts and stuff like that. If the shorts have this pattern on it somewhere, might be pretty good. Might be pretty good as a set. The next one is the Dallas Mavericks. It appears to be a nod to singer-songwriter and record producer Leon Bridges, which is with his signature near the jock tag. Interesting. Okay. So this one is a plain black jersey with different siding on each side, it looks like, actually. Pretty interesting. But again, very boring. Just a black jersey. Cool word mark, but I thought it was in reference to like one of their older jerseys. I think I talked about that before, but it's not. Continuing on, we have maybe one of the worst in the entire set. We have the Denver Nuggets with 5280 on the front. So if you guys didn't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know at this point, but 5280 is the feet to mile point. You need 5,280 feet for 1 mile, and they put it on the jersey because they're the Mile High City and they're the Mile High team and stuff like that. It's not very good in my opinion. I don't know why they have numbers on the front of their jersey. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that on a City jersey or just any jersey in particular. But not awful, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. This is definitely a weird font. If it did say Denver Nuggets, I think it would look a little bit better, but it is also another just plain black jersey, so can't really give it too much credit there. But yeah, I mean, we'll continue on. There's not much to say. It just says 5280. It is a black jersey. Detroit. Now, Detroit, I actually like a lot for a black jersey this season. I like this one a lot. It looks like it's inspired by the Bad Boys Pistons from like the 1989 season. It's got the siding down the side with like the basketball inside skull crossbones type thing. Pretty cool. I like the font on the front, and I like the red accent on this one. I do also like the number. The number's gray in comparison to like it just being white, so I think that's pretty interesting, but not too much to write home about when it comes to like a jersey. But I enjoy this one, and I assume that the fans of the team will also enjoy this one a decent bit. Continuing on, we have the Golden State Warriors, which it's the shorts suggest it's a nod to the Bay Area's Filipino residents, and it looks like it's clearly inspired by the cable car designs seen throughout the city, which I said before in my previous video, but there was no confirmation. The siding as well looks like it's kind of cable car thing. I'm going to take a look at this link really quick. So what sportslogos.net is saying is the logo on the shorts is reminiscent to the Filipino, the sun and the flag of the Philippines. So I don't know. We'll see what they say officially on November 2nd. But back to the article, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the Houston Rockets. This one's decent. It's got the red and the light blue, or is it dark blue? I'm not sure. But it does have a jock tag of Hakeem and Clyde, which kind of interesting. I don't really know what that would mean. It does say right here in this description, we have the jock tag that reveals the signatures, and it matches the color scheme of their 1995 to 2003 uniforms, which they wore as a City jersey last year, or a throwback last year. So yeah, they're kind of just going in that same scheme with that dark blue and the red. Very interesting. I think this one's decent in comparison. I do like white jerseys a little bit more than black jerseys at this current moment, but still kind of boring, to be honest. The next one was one that got leaked a while ago. It is the Indiana Pacers with a spray paint design. It has the Indy word mark and the siding down the side that is in like different spray paint type of a design. Very interesting. The numbers look pretty cool in my opinion, but this one's very weird. I don't really understand. I am excited to see the story on this one because there's no jock tag information. Maybe it has something to do with like I don't even know, man. It's very interesting. We'll see what they officially say. This one's not the best jersey in my opinion, but it is still pretty decent. I mean, we'll see. I like the numbers, like I said before. So we'll continue on right now. We'll move on to the Clippers. This one is a dark blue jersey, but almost black. We have the the clips on the front with the basketball above the eye. We have down at the jock tag, it looks like there's flowers that say LA Clippers, I think. Interesting. The back of the jersey, bland, it's just a dark blue jersey. It looks like the word mark appears to be from one of their previous jerseys, so maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. Very boring jersey again. I mean, he's got the black and the light blue, and then the black on the armholes and the neck, but nothing to write home about. Again, it's just a dark blue jersey. If this one was black, even, I think I would appreciate it just a little bit more. I know I'm nitpicking at this point because I'm like talking bad about black jerseys, but this one, I mean, it just makes it so you now can't just have a black jersey. Like, this one has to be dark blue, if that makes sense. Like, they give us like a good design, but they won't make it black. Whatever. Continuing on, we have the Los Angeles Lakers, which this one got leaked before. I have talked about it in a previous video, but it's Los Angeles and then Lakers above or around the number pretty much. And that's it. There's nothing else going on with this jersey. It was a word mark of their previous past, but I mean, nothing going on with this jersey. There's nothing else really for me to say. Very boring jersey. Continuing on, we have the Memphis Grizzlies, which they have the three lines and stuff like that on for the MEM. Interesting. It does carry into their main jersey a little bit, and it is just a plain black jersey with gold writing. I think this one's pretty good. Like, this is the one, like, the clips could have done this, if that makes sense, and I would have been like, it's decent because it's all black. I mean, I have mentioned before, every team needs a black jersey. This one's not horrible. The neckline really makes it stand out just a little bit more, but it's still very boring in comparison to the city jerseys we had in the past. I actually own the last year's city jersey for the Memphis Grizzlies because it was great. But yeah, we're going to move on from there because now we have probably the worst and the one that gets the most talk about this coming season, I assume, for how bad city jerseys will be. This one is the Heat Culture jersey. It is a stripped down version of their black icon jersey, and it features Heat Culture on the front, and the culture is in a marbleized font. The Heat logo is also all red. Now this one is one that doesn't make any sense. I don't really, it's like they took the Heat Culture moniker and were like, let's make a great jersey out of it, but couldn't come up with anything. I don't even know how else to say it. This one's not very good, in my opinion. It is so boring and it is so gaudy. It just looks insane. I don't know. And it's also black, so it's not even like one of those that are like an abomination that's like, why is this like this? Nah, it's just weird. Continuing on, we have the Milwaukee Bucks jersey, and it is blue with green, and it's got Milwaukee on the front. It looks like it's inside of an arched cream colored backdrop. It's textured, which could represent the inlet to the Milwaukee River that the bridge spans. Interesting. I like this one, actually. I think this one's pretty decent. I like the colors on the main part of the jersey, and I do like the green. Love that the Bucks always include like a green in their jersey, because it is one of their primary colors. The cream also looks great on this one. Yeah, this one is a great looking jersey. I think this one is probably one of the best. It's not amazing because I don't really understand why the word mark is like to the side, but not horrible, not horrible. If this was like any other year, I would probably put it near the bottom of the pack, but this year it's going to be near the top of the pack, pretty much. Continuing on, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. We've already talked about this one. This one was officially revealed, and I've posted a video on all of the jerseys the Minnesota Timberwolves are wearing this season. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead. Link will be in the description or just on my recent videos. But this one's an ode to the 1,000 or 10,000 lakes, and it's got like a water print. These pictures are a little grayed out as well. They're a little bit more blue, I should say, at least on the pictures we've seen before. It's a little bit more blue, but yeah, I mean, this one's pretty decent, honestly. I like the it kind of pops with the colors and stuff like that. Like I said, this one's a little bit darker, but it pops pretty well, and I don't hate it. I think this one's a decent jersey. The next one, we have the New Orleans Pelicans, and this one is a it's a pair. They paired purple and green, which I have said in the past they probably should do. I don't think I posted it in the video, but they definitely should have done purple and green a little bit more. This one is decent for what they're doing. I do like purple and green as a colorway for like Voodoo, and this one, it's black and it's got like NOLA on the front and green or dark green with like a light green outing. I don't think it's horrible. I think they could have probably, like, if they were going to go with this Mardi Gras, or not Mardi Gras, but like Voodoo color type thing, they could have reversed it at first. But this one's not horrible. I like this black one. It's pretty decent. I wish there was a little bit more detail in the jersey because it just says NOLA, but that's fine. Continuing on, we got the New York Knicks jersey, which is the ones that were leaked a little bit. It doesn't have the weird siding that we thought it was going to have, but it does have pinstripes actually going down the front. We got the New York on the front, which the sportslogos.net is saying it's a New York word mark, which is interesting. I actually really enjoy that if that's the case. And yeah, I actually decently like this one. I didn't think I would whenever I firstly saw the leak, but the pinstripes really add a lot to it, and I'm a pinstripe guy. I think pinstripes look amazing. I don't know if I'm biased a little bit by saying that this one's decent, but I don't think it's as terrible as other ones. Hopefully the shorts follow that pinstripe, if that makes sense, instead of what the Warriors have done in the past. Hopefully it continues with the pinstripe because those shorts would probably look sick. Yeah, not a horrible jersey, not amazing, but not the worst jersey of the bunch. Continuing on, we got the OKC Thunder, and this one is very crazy in my opinion. It doesn't have any blue, and it looks like it's the Thunder are using various parts of their uniform history on the sublimated design on this year's City Edition, which I think is awesome. I think that this going with like different designs and stuff like that as the backdrop for this slate gray jersey is interesting. I really like the back. We got OKC. You can see the word Thunder pretty much all around. This one's not horrible. I like that they're calling into their uniform history personally, but the colors leave a little bit to be desired, but it's fine. I like the orange and yellow that they have. I wish they would have used a little bit of their blue, but not horrible. I like this jersey. I don't think it's the worst, I should say. Because I'm looking at all these and I'm like, oh, this one's not bad, but like in comparison to like previous City jerseys and stuff like that, they are bad. But continuing on, we have the Orlando Magic, and this one is a gray jersey with Orlando on the front with a star. It's got weird siding, kind of like the Warriors siding from the early 2000s, and I think it's the chain mail behind the jersey again. Very weird. I don't really know what they're going for in this one. It says, we can't help but feel this one is a crossover concepts between the NBA and the Dallas Cowboys, which I kind of see because it's got the star. Yeah, I don't really know what their representation is. As someone from Orlando, it doesn't really represent anything. They have so many things that they could be doing. I know a lot of teams and a lot of fans in certain cities probably say the same thing, but I mean, they should probably go back with an orange jersey design, like and try to like perfect that instead of what we had. But this one's not very good in my opinion. I think that this might be the first one that I don't like that's black or dark blue, I think. But it's whatever. I mean, I don't really like this one that much. Continuing on, we have the 76ers. We got the City of Brotherly Love. I know I messed that up, I don't know why, but this one was revealed last week actually. But this one, City of Brotherly Love in black with red sidings and stuff like that. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is more of a dark blue. The number looks pretty cool. City of Brotherly Love looks pretty cool. I don't know why I can't say that word. And it does have the siding, which I think are like street signs. But Pretty cool. I don't really like the word mark on the front. I feel like they could have just done brotherly. They didn't really need to add in City of Love. But it's not horrible. I think it's better than their previous one that was like this. But, you know, a lot of these city jerseys are leaving a lot to be desired this year. So continuing on, we have the Phoenix Suns, which this one is probably the best, which is crazy. We have the Spanish translation for the Valley, El Val, and it has pretty decent siding down the side. I think that this is fun, dude. It looks like the reminiscent of the pinstripes on a lowrider. So that's pretty cool. I love the siding on this one. In comparison to what we've had before, the numbers look crazy. I love the teal around the number. It looks like there's a little bit, I was gonna say it looks like there's a little bit of design in the number, but this one's been leaked before, so we know what this looks like, and there's no design in the number. But you know, I like this one. I think this one's great, and I think it might be the best city jersey this year. Would it have been the best city jersey last year? Probably not, but this one is still pretty decent. Continuing on, we have the Portland Trailblazers, and the Portland Trailblazers are the Rip City jersey. We have the Jack Ramsey plaid design in the numbers and around the neck up here and on the siding. I think this jersey, or the design around the neck, is awesome. I've seen a couple teams do that in the past, but like not very many. Awesome. I love that. The word mark on this one is fun too. I like the plaid design. The Portland Trailblazers honestly have kind of knocked this one out of the park in comparison to the rest of the jerseys. This one might be the best, honestly, just because of that plaid word mark, and just to hit a callback to Jack Ramsey and stuff like that. Very good looking jersey. I like this one. Yeah, let's continue on. Next one is the Sacramento Kings, and I've already talked about this one. It's inspiration from their time as the Cincinnati Royals. It's a dark blue jersey with Kings going down the side. Yeah, this one we've talked about before. It's a decent looking jersey. This one's probably the best one when it comes to history. As a team, as we've seen, I mean, OKC is probably the only other one that's trying to do that this year. But not horrible. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. The next one, we have the San Antonio Spurs. This includes a throwback color scheme of seafoam, orange, peach, and brown. I don't hate this one. A lot of people are saying that these aren't amazing, but I like the word mark. The San Antonio word mark is so much fun. We have the colors on here just look great. Now they have done the Spurs colorways, which is like the Fiesta colorways, I should say, past couple seasons. So with them going in a different direction, I don't hate it. I think it's totally fine. But this one isn't horrible. I like it. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know why. I think it's because it's white. That's why I like it so much. If this was on a black, it would look awful. But this one's not too bad. I like it. I like the brown. It reminds me, when I think of San Antonio, like other than the Spurs, obviously, this is kind of like what I'm getting. This is the vibe I'm getting. That brown like word mark. But you know, it's just the word mark. There's nothing else going on with the jersey, so it's pretty good. I like it. We've already seen this one before. This is Toronto Raptors gold jersey. Doesn't have a dinosaur, but it has the old pinstripes from those jerseys and the new font. This one's decent. I mean, they're going to continue with that gold jersey. There's not going to change from that. But this one is not horrible, not the best. I mean, if they're going to continue with the gold, this is probably the best way that they're going to go about it, kind of combining their new and their old. The siding, I'm interested to see what's going on with the siding, because it looks like there's words in there, but we'll see. I don't know. Continuing on, we have the Utah Jazz, which this one also has been leaked before. This one was there actually unveiled last year. This one is like a purple jersey with the word mark, or the mountain word mark. This one's probably by far the best one this season. We got Utah on the front and in front of the mountains, and it just is reminiscent of those old jerseys. And I think that they can't really do too much other than that when it comes to their history. Like, obviously we've had the sunset jerseys and stuff like that, which have looked amazing. But yeah, this one's great. I like this one a lot. There's nothing this is probably the best of the bunch, like I mentioned before. Continuing on, we have the final one, which is the Washington Wizards. Now this one is the District of Columbia. This one is, it is red and teal, or not red, it's like brown, copper, and green. It has, which leads us to believe they're inspired by statues around the city that have oxidized over time. So got some oxidized statues as the arms and the neck hole. The District of Columbia on the front in that copper and green, and the number is pretty cool. I like this one. I don't think it's awful. A lot of people are like, what is going on with the colors? But like, I mean, the city jerseys have always featured weird colors. Even the Jazz right now, this one is a weird color comparative to their main jersey set. So I enjoy this one. I think this one's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think that this is probably one of the top 10. That's all I'm gonna say. If it was here another year, would it be up there? No. But yeah, I mean, that's the District of Columbia. But yeah, to go over this year, a lot of jerseys are black. A lot of them are disappointments. There's not that many amazing jerseys out there this coming year. We do have some throwback jerseys, like classic jerseys, coming around this season, which I've talked about in the past in previous videos. But for city jerseys, I'm really disappointed, honestly. Another thing that I did want to mention is it does look like the Boston Celtics are wearing a cream jersey. We did get a article a couple weeks ago about why teams can't wear cream jerseys, and it's because of the ads on the court. And it was coming from somebody in like official league offices, I believe, or it was from the Milwaukee Bucks. But I didn't believe that at the time, and I now don't really believe it as much here because the NBA can figure out how to make it so cream jerseys aren't there. I think that report was kind of about how teams needed to go in like a certain direction for city jerseys, and they can't copy previous designs. I think that was what the guy was alluding to, and a lot of people thought it was because the NBA was removing cream jerseys, but I don't believe it. I think that this one is the teams can wear cream jerseys. But going back and talking about all of the jerseys, the video's already been long enough. There are a few good ones. I personally really like the Utah Jazz. I think the San Antonio Spurs is actually pretty decent. The Cleveland one is decent, but like the rest of them, H-Town's decent as well, and as well as the Timberwolves, but like the rest of them are very, very mid, very, very basic. I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one is your favorite out of all of them? These are only 27 of the 30, so if it's not in this list, then I'm sorry. This is just a photo that was already previously mocked up, but I think the Wizards aren't in here and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.